Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode. Nothing has changed, as you can see. It's still cold. I'm starting this episode off just a little bit earlier than I normally would because I believe today is attack day. I'll switch that off now. So I'm expecting Alpha and Bravo to attack early, and yeah, guarantee if I stand here waiting for them, they're not going to come. However, I have overnight been crafting some planks because we'd run out, and as you can see I've made a BCU to go down in our house with no name. Everybody seemed to like that name in its own right, but it does need a name. There have been a few suggestions and I am quite taken with one of them. But I'm not going to reveal that just yet, because as soon as we get these attacks out of the way, we'll go down and place the BCU. Why do we need a BCU down there when we've already got a wood stove? Well, a BCU opens up a lot of possibilities, and you do need it to keep chickens. You need it for the animal housing. And if we're going to put an animal housing down there, then we're also going to need to grow some veg to feed them. So that would mean a plant bed. So it kind of makes sense to put a BCU down there. Why am I going to put a BCU down there this early on when we don't have any chance of getting animal housings and things yet? Well, I'm interested to see whether it gets any attacks, because I've not really tested it thoroughly, but in a game many years ago, okay, maybe not years, months, I'm pretty sure I was playing a single player game with a couple of bases and they were both getting sporadic attacks. Could be wrong, don't know. So I thought we'd put a BCU in while there's nothing really in there to lose, and just to see if it does get attacked at all. I have to admit, I can't remember who it was that mentioned a few episodes ago that they thought only your primary base got the attacks, and I think you're right. I do think that's the way it will work, especially in single player. It certainly doesn't work that way in multiplayer, but single player is different, of course. We'll see. But we'll put a BCU in, and then while we're wasting time, while we're moving on with the game and getting to a point where we can put more expensive stuff in there, you know, if it doesn't get attacked, then we'll know it'll be safe. So yeah, I'm just hanging around at the moment, kind of waiting. I know the minute I leave the base, we're going to get an attack, because the last episode I combined 2 game days and we didn't have any attacks in those 2 game days. So knowing the way it works, there is going to be, well, there should be 3 attacks today. But of course, like watching paint dry, isn't it? Really? Can't sit here all day doing nothing. So one of the other things that I wanted to do was to put a storage crate in our house with no name. Insert name here. And I think that we might as well get on with doing that. Can't remember. 3. And then when we go out, we can take this stuff with us. And I should also repair my shotgun. Oh, just the one, huh? So, as and when, we're good to go. We do have enough power and mass at the moment, so we can make another lockpick. I think I'll probably just wait a little bit. That power is coming up. I suppose we could get the stuff. Oops. And iron. Yeah, it'll be fine. So I know we've already got one, but as you correctly pointed out, winter is a bad time for loot spawns, so locked crates are a good way of getting semi-decent amount of loot. And it looks like it's going to be a miserable stormy day today. It's well, visibility is dropping. It is now snowing. Very, very cloudy. I suspect today is going to be one of those days where our hut down there might come into use. But still waiting. We did have a visit from the cougar last night, just up on the back of that rock there. It didn't come too close. So, come on hunters. Don't wait all day. Yeah, I just know the minute I actually go down to the hut, they're gonna come. Right, let's stoke the fire anyway. And I think given that we keep all our resources here, I can make fire starters easily enough. I think I'll take the matches down to the hut. That will save me having to worry about those. Oh, come on. Right, so we'll take that with us. That's all good to go. And well, that's about all we can do at the moment. It is cold. I would like to wait in because I'm pretty sure they're going to be coming, but well, not going to get much done if we do that, are we? I'll just chase this rabbit downhill instead. Oh, there's a hunter and he's running, so that almost always means they're coming to attack. Unless he just triggered because he saw me, but I don't think I was close enough for that to happen. Usually at that distance they'll just walk. Yeah, pretty sure he's coming. Yeah, that'll be an attack. Let me just drop this, just in case. It doesn't matter about those, we won't lose those. Oops. Ooh, that was close. Where are you? Oh, okay. Can't see you. Stand still, laddie. Just the two of them. So that was definitely Charlie. Now, I think Charlie I've always attributed to attacking in the evening. So that was quite interesting. Right, just going to get the bags, I think. Or if we do get another attack, I don't want to be stuck indoors fighting off the attack and watching the bags despawn. Brave the elements. And in case you're wondering why I didn't take the crate and the VCU out of my inventory, it's because I only have one of them, and you don't lose them if you're only carrying one of something. Okay, add that to our little collection. But with the matches, for instance, if I'd have died with the matches on me, we could have lost 4 or 5 of them. It was just easier just to put them somewhere safe. Right, so that little jaunt cost us most of our protein. But that's one attack out of the way anyway. So I've been cooking some food overnight, as you can see. Just thought I'd get a load of it cooked up. We do still desperately need a lot of this bigger meat. I'm kind of holding off when we do a next cougar run, because you usually get a good amount of meat when you do that. And now we're thirsty again. Rather than wasting the shotgun shells on just getting a kill. Okay, you maybe get a piece of cloth or something, but we don't really need that. But I thought it would make sense to put these in here. Yeah, it makes sense to sort of try and hold off until we can get a cougar run in. But with this weather, that's going to be some time. We are now in January, so this is kind of the coldest part of the year. As you can see, it's -10, -9, -11, and not much I can do. I would have liked to have got down to our hut and put the BCU down and the crate and, you know, use that as a location to launch little looting trips from, but I think in this weather even that's going to be too cold. So I think what I'm going to have to do is wait indoors, watch the snowfall, wait for the next attack, and then hopefully, if the weather clears up this afternoon, we'll be able to get down to the hut and get that BCU placed. Well, welcome back. As you can see, the weather has not improved at all. I'm guessing now is about midday and we haven't had our second attack. So I don't know quite what's going on with these attacks. They're well out of sequence. We almost always get 2 in the morning and 1 in the evening. So that's very strange. But the fire is burning down. I can't really just sit around here all day, so I think we're going to have to go and do what we need to do, and if we get attacked, well, not much I can do about that really, is there? I try and run back if we do get attacked, but we could do with meat, because we're going to lose protein going down there. Another rabbit, I guess. Oh, come on, get down the stairs. Thank you. Yeah, I think it's actually just after midday, so I kind of waited there to see if the storm would clear, and also to see if we could get another attack. But clearly that wasn't to be, so we're going to have to get out and do things. Oh, hello, level 3 wolf. Collect all this fibre, it'd be useful for fuel bricks. Okay, here we are. So let's get that fire lit, and then we can dump the matches in there. And where are we going to put this stuff? Guess it doesn't really matter in this instance, but I think we'll just put that by the fire. Kind of handy for dropping things in. And I think this BCU as well go there. Okay, there we go. Now, the name. Thank you very much for the suggestions. Warren B made a big list of various names, but there was one name in it that really struck a chord with me. I think it kind of nicely describes you know, what this base is, what it's for. So thank you very much, Warren B. You suggested Looter's Roost. I think that's a very appropriate name, because It's a hut for me to return to if necessary, drop loot off, and like a halfway house. And of course we're intending keeping chickens here, and chickens roost. So thank you very much. I like that suggestion a lot, and I think it's very appropriate. So I'm going to put the rose hips down the bottom there, and we'll build them up until we get enough. And hopefully by the time we get some chicken things down, I'll have a nice stash there. I will at some point be making a load of canteens, probably 5 or something. Well, 3 is handy for melting on the fire, so maybe 6 in total. 2 lots of 3, and that'll make life easy. You don't, of course, have to boil the water in order to put it in the chicken or the animal housing. It's not necessary to boil the water, but it's kind of quicker, because if you just chuck 3 in, fill them up, put them in the fire, wander off and do some looting, 3 of course is enough to fill it. Whereas if you don't boil the water, I don't know how many you need, but you need more than 3. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of looting done while we're down in the forest. And hopefully find a locked crate again. Staying there, wolf, just be cool, I'm leaving. No need to be alarmed. And can't see, oh, he's a level 1. Okay. Got to time this just right. So I'm going to get positioning, wait for him to lift his head up. Oh, didn't get a headshot. That's a shame. I have no idea where he went. I don't want to chase him too far over, because... Oh, he's gone way over there to Charlie, look. I was going to say, if we chase him too far, he's just going to go into Charlie, and I can't get him over there. Never mind. Just the 1 arrow lost. Also, I saw a little bag. Well, we do have a little bit of sunshine now. The clouds have broken, so that's kind of nice. So is that. Shotgun shell and electrical component. Not worrying too much about the small game at the moment because we have got a fridge full of it. Obviously if I start getting low again, then we'll have to start taking some. And we are in the area here where a lock crate can spawn, so I'm just going to keep my eye open. A normal medicinal bag over there, I believe. Oh, and there. Oh, nice. Except for the bandage I used earlier. Oh, you can keep that. So, I hope you're all well. Raven mentioned you had a big storm. I think you called it a bomb cyclone coming in. I think that's California, is it? I hope you're doing okay. Hope it didn't cause too much damage for you. You don't tend to get that kind of thing in the UK. It just rains pretty much all the time. I suppose it's good and the bad, isn't it? If you get nice weather, then you've got to put up with the nasty weather as well. We just get mediocre weather all the time. I'd really like to get that bag because it might have a cotton seed in it. Go away, wolf. No, go away. Keep going. Oh. Yeah, that's too close, I think. Oh, just about got away with it. Loot crates around today at least. I'm a bit surprised if that was Charlie that attacked us, and I'm pretty sure it was because that's where they came from. They only sent 2 guys. I'm pretty sure there are 5 or 6 of them at Charlie. Maybe they were too cowardly to come out in a snowstorm. Right, coming towards the end of the day, so I'm going to run up to my usual Twin Rocks location and see if we can find that log crate. Oh, there we go, and we're too far away. I can't get back there in time now, so 2 attacks. Nice. I would really like to have been there for this one. So this is Alpha and Bravo at the same time. So the timing is definitely messed up. Because we usually get 2 attacks first thing in the morning and then 1 in the evening. Something strange going on there. And that's an injured deer. Moved just as I fired. I knew he would. Which way did you run? Not seeing the locked crate. There is a ammo crate over there, I think. Let's see if we can get this deer. There we go. Find it a bit easier if they're coming towards you like that. Does unfortunately mean I need to wash my hands, but I won't do that just yet. I'll maybe take this wolf out. Ooh. Okay. Wasn't considering that wolf, but never mind. So we have a pretty full inventory. And apart from missing those 2 attacks, which I'm a little bit upset about. Well, not upset, that's the wrong word. I would really like to have been there to defend that. All that free loot. But, like I say, I couldn't really wait in any longer. I waited in all morning. So it'll be interesting to see what damage they've done with me not being there to defend anyway. Don't see any more loot crates. Don't like to wash my hands too soon after butchering, because you can guarantee you're going to wash your hands and walk around the corner and need to shoot something else. So I like to give it a little bit of time. But I think we're pretty much done for the day, so we'll pick up the loot that I left in here and go back and see what damage has been done. Those can go in there. So it's a shame, but I'm going to have to put that fire out, unfortunately. And of course we don't get any free power mass here. Don't really need it. There's nothing I can think of that I'm going to need to run, except possibly a light. And we can do that just with a solar panel. I don't think we need to start installing mass fabricators and things, because we can do all that in the main base anyway. There's a wolf again, and there's another one. Great. Sorry, getting a bit dark again. Seems to happen with monotonous regularity. Don't know how much help that'll be. I just want to check for damage. So, those have taken a little bit. That one we knew was damaged anyway. That one's taken a little bit more, I think. Anything around the front here? Oh, we'll have you. Thank you very much. A tiny little bit. Nothing worth worrying about. 741 of 750. Yeah, we can live with that. Right, let's get back in the warm. What's these stairs are taking damage for some strange reason. Okay. Put this away and then we'll get up in the warm again. Ooh. Anything else for anything else? No. Goes in there, that goes upstairs, there's that. And place those. Okay, I think we're good. Right, let's put some light on the subject. So yeah, we didn't do too well, only got one liver off that deer, but, well, might save our life one day, you never know. Those in there, I need to drop those in the other crate as well. Those can go in there. And we need to cook our water. Back up a bit. I'm not going to bother too much about the protein because it's only going to dissipate overnight anyway if I'm out in the cold, which I am now. But there we go. So yeah, bit of a shame we missed those attacks. Would really, ooh, that's taken some damage. Would really like to have been here for that. But I think we're good. That needs a bit of a repair, and I need to repair the little wall at the bottom there as well. So yeah, I can put it there. It is. We'll take a few logs with us. Nails. Put that in there. Do the most important one first. Yeah, that's not even taken any damage. That's got a little bit. I think we're pretty good. Okay, I'm not going to do the wall now because it's pitch black. There's no point in you coming with me while I do that, but I will get it repaired. But I think we're going to have to call that an episode. I know it's a bit of a short one because I've had to wait in all day, but We got the Looter's Roost set up. That's all operational now, and we just need to save up the resources to make an animal housing, and then we can start keeping a few chickens and rabbits and things. Hopefully tomorrow is going to be a sunny day and we can get out, maybe stretch our legs a little bit further. I did say on the last 2-day peaceful gap, if the weather was nice, I was going to try and get a little bit further up towards the North Lake, or West Lake, Northwest Lake, and we didn't do that because something else cropped up, which I can't remember now. Oh, I'm building the hut and you know, just trying to make some progress at other things. But that's all done now, so hopefully if tomorrow is a nice day we'll be able to go on a bit of a journey, assuming that it's not too cold. So there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that, and please like or dislike. If you don't like what I do, you're welcome to click the dislike button, but I hope you like what I do, and the more likes I can get, the more YouTube will promote my videos, and that's all good. So thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourselves now. Bye bye.